All right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So let's jump in. We're going to do a collective message. This is going to be a little story of Pan because I ended up finding him at a yard sale not too long ago. And it was kind of fun. I actually just went and got him back in time. So I had been leaving him over at a family member's house because my family member is they kind of look at Pan and all sculptures like this as kind of like Chucky dolls. And the mean spirited individual in me was having such a good time leaving it in creepy places around their house to torment them. Sorry, I'm a big sister, so I have to be mean to a little brother once in a while. But I would put it on like my brother's desk on his printer. So it was like watching him. So anyway, and he told me, take that thing home. Oh yeah, I'll take it home. And I take it out to my car and then I would bring it back in, but he wasn't looking. So I'm sorry, once in a while, Pan is mischievous and I can be mischievous as well. So we're going to quickly start out with a message about Pan. I guess specifically, maybe we should talk about his Pan flute. So of course, there's tons and tons of little stories, mythological tales about Pan, but in particular, the way we get the word panic. So once upon a time, Pan was out, and he's a little rustic god, by the way. He is kind of a lusty little dude. They didn't build temples to him. He was considered to be a forest god, but he was out and about, and this giant sea monster was on a rampage and went to attack him. And in his freak out mode, he jumped into the water and tried to transform himself into a fish, but because he was so frightened, he didn't fully transform. He pops his head back up out of the water to see, okay, how close to me is this sea monster who's rampaging, and the only thing he can think to do is blow a really loud note on his pan flute, and it bothers the sea monster's ears so much that he leaves Pan alone. Now, Zeus, unbeknownst to Pan, had also been the victim of the sea monster's rampage, and Zeus had already been injured by the sea monster. And so essentially, Pan, by blowing that loud flute note, also saved Zeus. So as way of thanking him, Zeus placed him up into the night sky. Only problem is Pan is now half goat man, half fish, and that actually becomes Capricorn in the night sky. So the fact that Pan panicked, that's where we get the word panic. So we'll keep that in mind. I just thought, we're rounding out mythology week here, and I still have just a couple of zodiacs to get to tonight for their mythology tales. So Ophiuchus, don't think I've forgotten you. Gemini, don't think I've forgotten you. And then I'll get to Cancer on the other channel, but I'll also be releasing a Virgo video tonight, probably a Libra bonus, and probably a Leo or Capricorn bonus. Probably I should do Capricorn since we just honored Cap. All right, so here we go. We start out with the 8 of Cups, and we've got the 9 of Wands. And hi, everyone. So great to see you all. Well, by the way, that is one story about Pan and Capricorn. There's in mythology, there's many, many stories, so you can cherry pick which ones you want to tell. But in any case, that duality, that transformation, maybe even the thing about the pan flute, the word panic, all those things could be wrapped into this story. So we shall see. But to start out with that 8 of Cups and 9 of Wands, this is somebody who I'm going to go with more of the panic aspect, because this is a person who's like, okay, I'm going here by myself. Oh my God, I'm walking into a room alone. I'm going to an event by myself. I am out here on my own. This could be somebody who's like a recent divorcee, and it's like, wow, I'm on my own. Maybe it's a good thing to be on my own, but on the other hand, that would still be some pressure, right? The 9 of Wands is a wounded warrior, but certainly more warrior than wounded. We're at the 9. All we need is one more 1 and we'll be at the 10. And that's a completion, and it's going to feel a lot more comfortable. But we pick up this story in a place of it's stormy weather, there's lightning, there's stress. It feels like, there's boundaries. It feels a little uncomfortable to be walking alone by the boardwalk in this foggy night, a little gloomy. So it just, to me, that speaks of somebody who's having like, this is a little scary. The to be out here on my own. Now, this could also just be somebody that is an introvert walking into a place by themselves with lots of people and you're like, oh, there's people everywhere. It's all right. That says to take a deep breath. We got the Sagittarius energy of temperance. We have the 10 of crystals, which is the 10 of pentacles, and we have that 8 of wands. So it's like, it is a brave thing that our character is doing to, step out onto a limb, do something brave, go to an event, go to a barbecue, go to a mixer, walk in by oneself. And it's like, take that deep breath. This could be a divine feminine who needs to like look in the mirror and be like, okay, I don't know why I'm freaking out. Like, I look fine. I'm not an ogre. People will talk to me. I'll be all right. I can do this. And it's like, not only will people talk to her, but she could be the smash hit of the barbecue or whatever event she's going to. My impression is somebody is like literally, maybe she's going to a, some concert alone. She's going to, it feels like there's going to be more people around, but to go totally alone is what this story is saying to me. So we have, I'm going to say, a lovely divine feminine, somebody that will make friends easily, somebody that is also very, very beautiful. It doesn't have to be a feminine. It's just who we see on the card. But I want to say there's a real nice energy to her. She may look good in purple, by the way, purples, whites, lavenders, those kinds of colors. Also, she's got some rockin' good jewelry on. Oh man, that necklace is like massive. Or maybe she has a chest up to the throat tattoo. We know that it's right over that throat chakra. So I do feel like, although she has a lot to say, she's not somebody who is like gregarious. She doesn't walk up to other people and be like, hey, let me tell you about me. Let me tell you everything about me. Let me go ahead and give you the scoop on everything I think about. I don't think she's gregarious like that. But I think she has lots and lots and lots to say because we've got that waterfall. But it's like, I don't want to force my opinions on anyone. I don't want to necessarily walk into a place by myself and just go try to, I don't think she's a salesperson. Let's put it that way. Salespeople with that gift of gab, we've all met them. They act like you've known them for years when you're kind of like, I don't think I know you, but they're already, like super charming and super, making like kind of an intimate relationship, although you don't have one. And I'm not saying like sensual, intimate. I'm talking about like acting like they know you really well. That is not her, not at all. So the crazy part though, is that she will find like minds. She will, whatever event she's going to, it says is actually going to be a lot more fun than what she thinks. She may get a chance to both like absorb energy that's around her, interact to her comfort zone. But this also is like, oh, I want more of this. This was really stimulating in a good way. This is going to be really fun in a good way. And I kind of think this is why my guides were nudging me to go there. I always look at this card kind of more like a neuron, or like warp speed. Like I'm wondering if she's needed to get into a space where there were other individuals that she can kind of share her thoughts with, like-minded, and this could be anything. This could be going to, well, because we have crystals, let's say she's going to go to some gem and mineral crystal show, that she's going to go to an event where there's vendors and such. All of this just feels, and this is weird, but she could also be somebody who's like a spiritual in some context. Like maybe she sells her own items. Maybe she'd have a booth at a place like that. The crystals and even the way she's dressed, her unique jewelry, her something kind of unique about her, definitely very spiritual. I'm thinking that this is her doing something on her own, but it could be like a business endeavor or just a social event, but it feels like she winds up being, in a good way, really like stimulated to talk to more people, to get new ideas, to make new friends. Because that 8 of Wands is communication and action. She may be like, I am so into this now. I can't wait till the next show, till the next event, till the next concert, till the next barbecue. This was delightful. And I think it brings her out of her shell. I really like that. Tell me who or what is it that is going to like lift her spirits and make her feel comfortable? Because that 10 of Pentacles or crystals tells us that there's somebody there to meet. It's funny though, because we have the 9 of Pentacles with her ancestor like staring right into her face, like, listen, darling, you are meeting a better version of yourself at this event. You are finding your comfort zone. It's not about who you meet, it's about how you meet yourself and go, you know what, this was actually really nice. I wonder if she's a bit of like somebody who likes to stay out in their little cabin, maybe live in a littler cottage, maybe live someplace rural, maybe someplace where it's like, oh, I just kind of like to go home and just be by myself with my animals. I don't know. I feel like she definitely has an animal, and I feel like she's very talented. I could picture her being somebody who like makes things, but doesn't necessarily interact. Like, one of those artistic types who's like, I may create the art, but I don't necessarily want to talk about it. I'd rather not interact too much. It's interesting because it really says that she has been quite even hostile about like, I don't want to talk to anybody. She wears her armor. And again, I'm thinking more throat chakra. I'm thinking she has not used her voice to just like engage in quite a while. I think she shut down. And I'm still trying to ask, who is it that, she may meet at this event that's like, wow, this is terrific. And I said, well, it's more like she meets herself, which that would make sense because we did have that on the Temperance card, that she's meeting another version of herself, maybe an old version that she tucked away, sequestered, kind of went introverted to the point where she protected herself, where she didn't even want to respond, stopped talking to friends, didn't respond to emails, that kind of energy. Let me just ask, why might you have gone into yourself? 6 of Wands, because she's like, because I had to restore my confidence. I had to restore my confidence. I couldn't do that while I'm being torn down. And remember, at the beginning, we did have that 9 of Wands, that wounded warrior. So I definitely feel like something happened in her life where it was just like, retreat, lick my wounds. We have the Fool card. The nice thing is, this is a very brave soul, right? And I think every good warrior knows, you're going to lose some battles. You're going to have to go lick your wounds. You're going to have to give yourself time to heal. Honestly, I don't feel like this is a character who is like fearful or necessarily panics. I think it's somebody who, life rolled her pretty good. And she did what she had to retreat, take care of me, take care of my energy, restore my comfort zone in my own self, and then I'll make myself go out again. I'm brave enough to try this again. That's why she's going in the first place. That's why she's saying, all right, here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. Sorry, I love White Snake. Really, really nice self-healing. And we got that Judgment card. She knows she's got a life path. She knows it's time to get back on it. She knows she can't do that from tucking herself away in her cottage, her cabin, her, wherever she's been kind of hiding out. She can't do that anymore. She's got to get back out there. And she knows it. And I say that because we've got, like she's walking in her own dream state and looking up into the cosmos and seeing herself. This is a very interesting story because it is not about meeting a lover. It's about dealing with yourself, finding your own identity again. And then when you have your own identity, that's what you present to the world. When I'm comfortable in my own skin again, I'm healed and I'm repaired, then I'll come back out to play. But she's not, I get it. It's like she didn't want to like put herself out there. I think she went into like animal mode. And I say that because like Aries got bee stung. No. Let me reframe that. Aries bit bees, who then stung hit the side of his lip. Aries knows better than to bite bees, but Aries still likes to bite the spicy flies sometimes. And he did that, what was it, like the beginning of this week? And, I have little doggy medicine to help calm because he's allergic. If he gets too many of them, he's real puffy. But it hurt, and it hurt for a few hours, even with his medicine. And we got home and he tucked himself under this desk in the dark room. I wasn't even in here yet, which he has never done ever. But you know how animals go and they like go into a den and they lay someplace dark where nobody's going to hurt them or disturb them, and they just lay there. And I think he likes it because it smells like mama. So, I had to coax him back out, and I spent like an hour just, like cuddling him and holding him and letting the medicine kick in so he wasn't so so painful and puffy. And then he was fine. But there's a reason that you retreat sometimes when you hurt. And it's like, I'll be all right, but right now I need to go under a desk. And I think that's what she did. I think it was instinct. I think it was like self-preservation. So maybe that's the component that we get from the story of Pan, right? Pan transformed himself, even though only halfway, to escape. He used, the skills that he had. He played his pan flute to scare off the monster. Sometimes you go into preservation mode, and sometimes that's brilliant. You do what you got to do to heal yourself. But I think she knows it's time for her to get back out there. So we definitely see her doing this kind of brave thing, but I think also really exciting thing. We do have Scorpio coming off of that Judgment card, and we've got some Aries coming off of the Fool card. So part of this is, when we say she's getting back out there, we definitely do have a King of Cups. So we could have love. We could have a romantic partner on the horizon for her, if that is part of her life path, to meet somebody and share emotions with them. And she knows that. This could be, remember, she's single. Maybe this whole thing has been her going out on a date, a first date. And that I can understand her like having to like pep talk herself into this and be like, I'm okay. Let me check myself in the mirror again. Yeah, I'm okay. Let me give myself the pep talk. I got this. I can remember my own name. And even though I'm going to be really nervous when I first sit down for a date when I haven't dated in a really long time, I remember like, I'm fun. It's not so scary. I know I can do this. I can go out with somebody. Even here on that Fool card, we have the same fellow. We have got somebody very nicely dressed. I love his white linen pants. I love his white linen shirt. He's a sharp dresser. I think she is too. But all of this was about her throat chakra. All of this was about her being comfortable starting to talk to somebody. So this could be a first date. This may not be her going to like an event after all. This could be, or maybe it is, but it's so that friends can introduce her to this very sharp dressed man. Because every girl's crazy about a sharp dressed man. Is that ZZ Top? I love that. Good looking. I feel like how perfect for her also. Somebody who would be like emotionally sensitive and mature and adept and graceful. Perhaps that's going to be a really nice first person for her to like engage in more dialogue and conversation with. But remember, the first thing I think is that she is going to be like, wow, I actually had a really fun time. I can't believe I enjoyed this. This was the right choice. I needed to, feel confident and comfortable again. And then I need to get back to life. You know what? Very nice energy. This almost feels like it was a singles read, even though it wasn't intended to be. We will still do a singles read tonight. You guys, thanks so much for being here. Lots of love. Cassandra Source, that's awesome. SS, amazing. Anna Banana, thank you, love. Hi, Ava. EM Bell, great to see you. T0321, Brian Van Winkle, Earth Magic, Christy Harland. I'm so delighted you made it. Sorry, guys, something is biting my shoulder like crazy. I was outside today under trees and everything else, and I feel like I still am dusted. Wonder T, thanks, honey. Thank you guys so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. It means the world to me. You have no idea how much that helps the channel and helps a video to circulate. So sweet. I love it. You always drop the lyrics for me. I love it. Tammy Secord, Awakened Virgo. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that self-healing that she did, Reiki, that definitely, that would have been a great thing to throw into the storyline. Hi, Jem. Hi, Tina. Oh, Days, you'll have such a great time. I hope it's just a ball. I hope you go and just totally have the most fun ever. Stevette Gibson. Hi, baby. Sexy Senator Sag. Great to see you. Jelena. I love that. Godzilla MC. Oh my God. I just invoked your name last night. I was rattling off all of the people in our community that are so good with like music, and Godzilla MC, I invoked your name. Annette Summersby, Victoria Rose Noir. Hi, Sandy. Wild one. Hi, Lalu. It's time. Oh, thank you, love. Jessica Sweezy, Catherine Pluchino, excuse me. I know this. I ended up getting this little dude for $10. He's really heavy too. I think he's like a 1970s little statue. I don't think he has any value except to me, because come on. I always look for the weird, the quirky, the odd. So he'll be nearby at all times. Rebecca, hey babe. Sissy, hi. CL, great to see you. Hi, Amani. The light, calm seas. You're so sweet. I love that. Night owls, morning doves, afternoon butterflies. Calm sea, you are such a poet. That's just beautiful. Tammy Lamoth, hi. CL and Ginger Montague. Thank you so much for being here, Cassie. Stephanie D. Eliana. It's so true, Eliana. We can all be Pan. Yes, indeed. Seashells. Sleepy Cherry Blossoms. What a lovely name. Hey, San Juanita. Michelle Tressel. Awesome to see you. Brittany H. Black Butterfly 25. Hi, honey. Eduardo Jimenez. I hear you. It takes a long time to unpack, doesn't it? Well, I'm sure you'll make your new digs, your own little castle. It takes me, I usually have to, if I'm moving and I move into a new place, I sometimes, like, I visualize where I think stuff is going to go. And invariably, I always put one piece of furniture in completely the wrong place. And usually, whenever I've ever moved, at some point in a few months or something, my mom will come out if I live far away, or, I always have her be my official like feng shui decorator. And she's always like, why would you put the bed here? It goes over there. And she's always right. And I always don't see it. But it's only one big piece of furniture that I do it with. And it's a different piece every time. Everything else, she's like, everything else works. The couch needs to be there, or the bed has to go there. It's always like a heavy item and I have to move the whole thing, or a bookcase. Oh my God. But every time I move. So I hope that you have better spatial awareness than I do. Takoria Burt, so good to see you. Brittany, thank you. You were first in the house tonight, love. MJ Gutierrez, hi. So nice to see you. All right, you guys, we are going to go ahead and, Yale Rubin. Hi, honey. How are you, D'Artagnan? So nice to see you, and thank you so much. You are always so incredibly generous. Thank you, love. Hi, Nancy. Chrissy, hi. Shout out to you in London. Nancy, thank you for being here. RS, hey, honey. Dana Lulu, who? I love your name. Oh, sweet. You're so awesome. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Who does not love some tag team? Hi, Kins. Thanks again, Sandy. All right, you guys. I will see you. Xander Light, thank you for popping by, hun. I will see you guys again in the next videos. Yale. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Rose Gold. Hi. Thank you for the rose. I love that. Okay. I will see you guys next. I think we'll do the singles storyline next. Okay. Let's see. It's 8:30. Yeah. Singles storyline. And then we'll do some zodiacs at 10 p.m. No matter what is going on, I'm going to bounce over to Tarot Dog and do a video over there for our Night Owl Club. It's not really a club. It's just that I tend to always be on late over there. And there's like such a group of like just our normal crew that just all hangs out, and it's like everybody knows each other in the community. So if you don't know about that, I do have another channel called Tarot Dog, and it seems like we have developed quite the party zone over there at 10 o'clock at night Pacific Standard Time. So Jeanette, hi, hun. Anyway, everybody's welcome. It's not like a club. It's just if you're up late or if you're up early, whatever it may be, I'll see you over there. All right, you guys. Bye for right now.